following program may contain coarse language, suggestive dialogue, and discussion of violent imagery and sexual situations. It is intended for mature listeners who can tell the difference between facts and opinions.
Exploring even more alternative forms of medicine on this episode of the Toonami Faithful Podcast. I am your host, Sketch, and with me I have...
Paul Bascrillo, the founder of ToonamiFaithful.com.
And...
an editorial writer, Laser Kid.
And...
social media extraordinaire and Streetman Steven.
And bringing up the rear...
your wonderful data monkey who can no longer really get ratings, Colt.
Yeah, those ratings are few and far between.
I'm disappointed and sad because it seemed like maybe we had something after, like, it wasn't Bleach, it was Daima kicked him. Like, maybe we get more. 2 weeks in, and nothing. Damn it! Why?
They take 2 weeks out for marathons, so
I think I found it more weird that they did like we had the Superman marathon and then they did the ladders. Like, okay, weird.
They were stalling.
I mean, that's obvious. It's that I still found that one questionable because it's just like we just started Daima. Why are we doing to Daima what we did to Black Clover?
Yeah,
Daima,
whatever.
Potato.
Commercial
a
advertising.
Daima for you, a Daima for me. You know,
a Daima
Hey.
dozen.
I just call it Dragon Ball
Hey.
Dragon Quest because Jesus Christ.
It is Dragon Ball Dragon
accurate.
Quest.
That is accurate. I won't argue with that.
I see.
Totally.
I mean, we'll get to that discussion later, unless we're doing it now.
Hey, let's do it now. I mean, there were 2 episodes, so I was thinking about starting with Bleach, but let's just start with Daima. So, 2 episodes of Daima this week because they were in a holding pattern for another show. That being Don Da Don. Oh, very
Don Da Don.
exciting. They did a very good promo.
I'm still shocked. I was just like, okay, this is like Psalm 100 level what the fuckery. The good kind of what the fuckery. I'm surprised you got that.
Yeah, it's a nice surprise.
Yeah, no, I was not expecting to see Don Da Don, but happy to.
I think it really helps. Like, I know it stinks when shows take a while to come to Toonami, but when they have almost all the episodes on hand when they're doing the promo, I think it helps a lot.
It does. It really,
Like,
really
a
does.
really good promo.
That and this is only like what 6 months to a year ish from when it originally started.
Yeah,
It's
it
like relatively
started-
within short time.
It started last
October, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think I saw it
Well, and
October.
we're right on time for season 2, so it's like season 2 if you're watching online, and season 1 if you're watching on Toonami. We've got some synchronicity going on.
Which is surprising and very nice because it's like, okay, wow, like, okay, go. That's actually great. I'm not going to complain about this
agree.
one.
No, this is great. I agree. Don Da Don's good times.
Solid pick. I think people are really going to enjoy watching it on Toonami.
Well, here's hoping we might get maybe a 2-week rating show, and I actually have something to do. Either way, on to Dragon Ball.
On to Dragon Ball Daima, episode 4, Chatty. I'm still not sure why this episode's title is Chatty. I'm really not. But anyway, when last we left Glorio, Goku, and Shin, did you have a theory, Laser, as to why it's called Chatty?
They spend a lot of time talking in this episode.
All right.
They talk to each other while they're making their way through things. They're talking back and forth with the shopkeeper, learning things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information that gets passed around in this episode.
Yeah, might as well just call this one Info Dump.
Yeah, basically. That's kind of what I think they're doing.
Okay. Reasonable. So yeah, they had their plane stolen in retaliation for beating up those guys at the bar. Sore losers, clearly.
They stole
they-
my airplane.
Yeah. It's like, well, you can't win in a fight, but you could still take their transportation. Be jerks.
All I
Jeez.
can think of is a really, really bad old 2000s internet meme.
So without a plane, their only choice is to hoof it. Because the air density is the only thing denser than Goku.
Ooh,
Maybe they're
nice.
about equal. And Goku hasn't gotten the hang of his movements yet, flying, so it's really hard for him to fly. It uses too much stamina. Also, he's warned not to fall into the Sea of Darkness. I swear, it's always, Goku, don't fall into the awful place.
Hey,
I'm gonna fall
Goku,
into
don't
the
fall
awful
off
place.
Snake Way. I'm gonna fall
I'm
Don't
gonna fall
fall
in the
off
awful place.
Snake Way.
I'm gonna fall into
Well,
the awful place.
To be
It's gonna
fair,
be fun.
that is filler.
Are Hans and Franz down in the Sea of Darkness too?
I mean, maybe they're
Perhaps
Demon World
that's-
alternate. I mean, the better question
Ah.
is, does Demon World have its own version of Hell? Or was Hell considered linked to every other place?
Or is it H-Phil?
I know that too.
H-Phil. Yeah. So because Goku's not really getting the hang of flying yet, they get attacked by a creature up from the abyss, and Glorio handles it pretty handily, takes it out. And then later, another threat appears, and Goku notices it before it's even visible. And Glorio's like, "Hey, how'd you know that?" Only to find out that Goku can sense enemies and their energy. He's like, good to know. And they spot a shop and they get a meal. Goku eats a roasted lizard, but he doesn't seem to like the herbal elixir made with honey and eyeballs. There's definitely
Goku
eyeballs.
not
in that.
liking food? This is heresy of the highest order.
No, he likes the food. He just doesn't like the drink.
That's a fair point.
Remember, he turned down a beer as he was doing
That
his
is
training
true.
back
He
in-
did do that.
in the Namek saga. Ew,
He's like, oh, what's
beer.
this doing in here? I'm gonna get some sports drink instead.
And good old heat tap.
Good old heat tap.
Well, here at the shop, they deal with this fun couple, as a lady and her husband who's very hard of hearing, and it's
Perhaps
just
that's
it's
the
just
chatty. You have to talk to
just
him
a-
so much to get him to hear.
just a bit, just a whole bit. He doesn't have a plane, but he does have a sky seed, and now, after some haggling, down to 5,000. They get the sky seed, and also they buy some bugs that are basically senzu beans. There's also bugs that can do fusion and other kinds of bugs. So, that is one form of alternative medicine we are exploring, besides one that will come up when we talk about Bleach. And the question is, which one's weirder?
I think I find the bug thing interesting because it's like, okay, well, here's all these different types of things, and I just sit there and go, I wonder what would have happened if Bulma had found out about these. Like would she just like buy out like half the shop and then experiment on them just to make more things for the human world so she can have an even higher global market control of everything?
Probably. Definitely seems like a Bulma thing to do.
It does sound like a Bulma thing to do.
Bulma walks in, I'll buy your whole stock. I'm
Then we'll
sorry, your
genetic-
money isn't good here. What do you mean my money isn't good here? My money's good everywhere.
5 minutes later, walked back in with all the money. How'd you do that? Oh, you'd be very surprised how stupid people are.
There's a lot of stupid residents in the demon realm, so
Yeah, that's true.
That or all she
Goku
has to
has
do
found
is...
his people. His real people.
Oh, God.
right? But the sky seed, that the sky seed. It's just a thing that you launch in a direction. You just point and shoot
And pray.
and pray.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Shin's like, "Wow, Glorio, I'm glad that you could steer this thing." Is like, steer?
We're just going in a direction.
we're-
Get ready to jump.
We're just
we just
along for
gotta
the
jump
ride.
before it crashes.
The only way to
It doesn't
travel
even-
with it.
Doesn't even send them that far.
Hey, I mean, there are worse ways to travel. Go if you shut out in the cannon, Secret of Mana style.
So walking from where they land, Goku suggests, "Hey, we could fly now because we got these bugs to replenish our stamina." And both Shid and Gloria were like, "No, I don't want to. I don't want to."
This is one of the best running gags in Daima. Goku's the only one who likes the bugs.
The bugs. No.
You might say they bug everyone else.
Yeah, they definitely do.
I would rather work with Bean Daddy, not Bug Daddy. Stop that, Goku.
Right? Goku, you
that's
trying to
great.
muscle in on Korin and Yajirobe's turf?
I'm surprised Bulma hasn't done that years ago.
Yeah, you'd think she would figure out how to either grow senzu beans or come up with a synthetic. It's always a synthetic. Hell yeah, we can get the synthetic. Common side effects.
And they're walking along, and I believe they hit the village. I forget.
Before that, they have a conversation about the Tamagami that guard the Dragon Balls in the Demon Realm, and
They're strong guys. I want to fight them.
they're so strong. And it's like, no, you don't want to fight these guys. It's like, well, don't threaten Goku with a good time. But then Gloria thinks about it for a moment. Is like, it's actually not a bad idea fighting the Tamagami using those Dragon Balls to make you adults again before fighting Goma. Not a bad idea, actually. Might work. And this is where they stumble upon the town that's being heavily taxed by Goma's royal guard, the Gindameri. What a... I swear, every time I read this in the subtitles, I thought it was gerrymandering.
It's Gendarmari.
Yeah.
It's
Gindamari.
It's weird.
I was expecting them to start doing Sentai poses because it's very close to Ginyu.
Isn't it, though? And they got, like, the
It
armor and
is
stuff.
basically Ginyu light.
Yeah.
That's
Sort of like
yeah.
how Goma is like.
Oh,
Pilaf. This
the
is-
Ginyu light doesn't show up until way later.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
These
you're
are
right.
just
Well, they
Frieza
technically-
minions.
Well, though they are
Okay.
technically a subset thereof, but you're right.
Yeah, so they're Frieza minions.
yeah.
Glad we're getting
Yeah.
our analogs all in a row early.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so anybody who doesn't have the money to pay instead has to sacrifice many years of their lifespan, and you have to pay even more, you know, if you can't pay, and up to like 9 years.
or leave.
Yes, exactly. Like Toei, you ain't
I'm
ain't
sorry,
slick,
that's the first
Toei.
thing I thought of when I saw that.
This is some big mom nonsense that you're ripping off. It looks really just disturbing when they have the life literally sucked out of them.
Oh god, it's awful.
And another moment where I sit there and think, I'm surprised Bulma's not here.
Not yet.
Technology.
Not yet.
She's trying to fix the ship.
It
Yeah,
looks like
but
they're
later on
pumping
we'll find a
gas.
replacement Bulma.
Yeah, pretty soon. As a mysterious
Yes.
cloaked figure retaliates using a bomb that turns out to be a dud, and then Goku joins into the fray, knocks out most of the Gindamari grunts.
Very
and
good
then-
animation.
Yes!
Oh yeah, this whole show is always fluid as hell. I love it.
Every fight sequence in this show is... Mwah.
Yeah, like they
Smooth
actually
like
did really good
butter.
work because it's actually like even comparing to Super, it's just like, wow, this is actually really smooth for what they're going for. Like even
Oh, it's so much better than
like
Super.
like
Super had so many animation errors, so many issues.
yeah. Usually I'm just used to like the like standing in one position with multiple arms filling at somebody's head, and you go to the cross shot of the other person doing the exact same thing. This was like, okay, you're actually like doing things with this. It's like wide shots, multiple different attacks. He has liberal use of the power pole, which is also nice because you haven't seen that sucker in ages.
Mhm.
This is why we believe in the Dragon Ball Daima supremacy. This right here is one of the best things about the whole show.
It's quite good. And of course, Goku takes them out easily. No sweat. But then he has to flee the scene with the others because, it'd be bad if he was a fugitive. Just gonna complicate things even more. And once they get away from the city, they are confronted by the cloaked figure who asks, before revealing her face, "Who are you?" Moving on to episode 5, Pansy. The new girl immediately starts asking way more questions than Glorio wants to deal with. And she says her name is Pansy. And Goku says, that's a weird name. And she says, Goku's a weird name. It's like, I have 2 names, actually. The other's Kakarot. That's a weird name, too. You don't have a leg to stand on.
And
it takes me back to Goku and Bulma thinking their names were each other's names were weird.
It's true.
And I will make this point. The moment she takes off the mask, my first instinction was, oh my god, she's so Dragon Quest.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
But she's also...
This is like Dragon Ball, Dragon Quest crossover we never knew we needed.
She's also the gadget girl. So this... If Bulma's not around, this girl is Luca.
Oh my god, you're right.
Even better.
She's totally Luca.
And then, as we continue forward, even more is revealed.
Yes.
Yes. Let me get there. So, Goku lets it slip that they're heading to the castle of the 3rd demon realm. And she's like, oh, I want to go to the castle. And I'm like, no, you shouldn't go to the castle with us. It's like, I'm going with you. And yeah.
Going. I'm going.
Glorio, you literally have no control in this situation.
Poor Gloria. You're trying so hard.
You keep telling her no, but she's not gonna
You picked up Goku. You have set yourselves upon the whims of fate at that point, good sir. Enjoy the ride.
It's like picking up Luffy and trying to tell him what to do. It's the same kind of level here.
Yeah.
So as you may recall, Dende is now a baby. And this is... What is even going on in this scene where Dende is getting...
Actual legitimate babysitting. By the evil villain, but at the very least, it's actual babysitting. I mean, Goma's not just an asshole. I was kind of surprised by that. It's like, okay, wow, he's actually doing it. But then he berates him.
Yeah, really particular about how flat the reading of the book was. It's like, hey, that's going to stunt his growth. It's very important that he grows up well so that he can make the new Dragon Balls for us. It's like, whoa, this guy has a whole plan. How long do you expect to have this kid? You think he's gonna just forget about everything?
That
like his brain reset?
I was gonna say that is a very particular question, because if everyone else kept their memories, you'd sit there and think that Dende would have kept his memories despite his form and would be actively just being a whiny, bratty little child and smacking everybody with their bottles or with the bottles and stuff. It is an interesting point to make.
I don't know.
We know from
Dende's
Goten
not
and
really
Trunks,
that kind.
They have their memories.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, they're babies.
Dende's
hey, we're babies now.
Dende's playing the long game.
The long con.
Yeah. It's gotta be. He's too smart to throw a fit. He knows nothing good will come from that. And yet, I will already tell you, there is no point when baby Dende tries to escape. Which is kind of a shame, actually.
Boo! Boo, I say. That'd have been hilarious.
It would have been.
That would have been fun.
Give me an entire episode of him just wandering around the castle with Goma chasing after him like Baby's Day Out or whatever that movie was.
That would have been amazing.
I mean, he was in the crib, like, with a look on his face, like, what the hell is going on? So...
Yeah. I don't know.
You're not wrong, but there are so many potentials left on the table. It's just like, really?
This is my one actual criticism for Daima. There's a lot of room for things that they just didn't do.
Yeah. Probably
it all went into the fighting budget.
The episode economy to do it.
Yeah.
Like, it teases the possibilities of these fun things that they could do, and they just don't do them.
Then they don't do them. Yep.
It's a shame.
Like,
I can make a One Piece criticism joke, but...
Ooh.
Well,
I mean, they
One
do
Piece
one
problem
big
has
fun
nothing to
thing.
do with not having enough episodes.
That is true.
You're not wrong. Moving on.
Moving on, they continue to the castle, and Pansy suggests a shortcut. Also, at one point, Glorio's like, "Well, you shouldn't come with us." It's just like, it's not like you can keep me from going to the castle. It's just like, what?
I'm a strong, independent woman. Fuck you.
How do you know where the castle is? How do you know there's shortcut to the castle? Also, she gets really defensive when Glorio says that the king is like a mafia boss. She's like, no. He's like Robin Hood. He only rips off other criminals. He's a good guy.
He's Robin Hood. If Robin Hood was a demon. Isn't that kind of counterintuitive? Shut up.
Don't think too much about it.
He robs from the bad and gives to the bad?
I mean, yes, kind of, because he's also slightly self-centered.
There's levels of bad. I mean, he's not Goma bad. Right? Yeah.
No, at least from what we
Moving
know
on.
now.
He's not sucking the life out of his people bad.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But part of the reason that the people have a bad idea about the king and think he's a mafia boss is because his guys act like such thugs and talk in accents. It's very amusing. It's like, hey, yo, what are you doing?
Okay, what is my VO angle? You are a gangster. So just full Italian accent? I mean, yeah, why not?
Okay, so this is unrelated, but accents and dubs, they just dubbed this slice of life show about a British girl in Japan.
Oh,
and they went with Cockney.
And
I love
Shame
it.
of the Gamer Girl. Yeah, Cultural Shame of the Gamer Girl. I'm actually watching that too. God, that's so amazing.
I'm going.
I was
to,
like,
just
I
haven't
was
gotten a
not
chance to
expecting
yet.
Cockney, and it cracks me up so much.
It's so adorable. It's like, yep, I'm going to enjoy this one.
I'm Cockney, I'm uncultured. Nice.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think the VA for that one is actually bilingual, if I heard that correctly or something.
The Japanese actress is bilingual, so it's kind of odd that they didn't just have her do it. Like, it's a whole thing, but she was in a Crunchyroll dub before as the same character she played in the Japanese version, Sally Amaki.
Yeah, that's right. I heard about her. Yeah.
It was Tomo-chan is a girl. I don't know, but Bryn April's performance is very entertaining. So, anyway, so yeah, Pansy, she's been dropping all these hints this whole time, and yes, Pansy is the not currently sleeping princess of the Devil's Castle.
She's so fucking Dragon Quest. Oh my god.
I see what you did there, Sketch. I see what you did there.
I'm glad somebody did.
I have
And
that
they meet-
VHS tape.
Yeah, and then they meet Pansy's dad, King Kadan. And he's like, all right, so what's the deal here? He's like, well, this is the powerful warrior that I told you about. And he's like, yeah, but it's a kid. What's the deal? I'm like, oh, we didn't used to be kids. We got turned into kids. It's like, oh, okay.
Y'all are
But,
weird.
I don't know about this. It's like, no, Dad, they're really strong. It's like, all right, I like you, kid. If you pull this off, you can marry my daughter. Hey, you can't take my hand in marriage. What's the deal? And Goku's all like, I have a wife and kids. Oh, now you remember. What, did they never get any taller?
There are circumstances surrounding everything. Let's not delve into it, good sir. We will help you. Give me things to punch.
Yeah, but she's 82, so she is still older than Goku.
That was a funny moment. Like, how old are you? 82. What the fuck? I'm like, really, Goku? You're probably like in your 70s almost at this point. I forget how old Goku is at this point.
It's gotta be in his
I almost wanted to ask her how many souls she ate.
Yeah. They age differently. They live 1,000 years. 1,000
Hey, if they-
years is not
I mean,
very long. It's like, I
they're-
think 1,000 years is a very long time, actually.
Yeah, like they're similar to the Namekians at that point now, since they're categoristically the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
The only
right.
difference is that you could argue that technically then Namekians would be plant creatures from the demon world.
I suppose I should mention in the previous episode. No, it was this episode. Earlier in this episode, when she's asking a bunch of questions, she asks Shin. He's a Glind, right? He's like, yeah, I'm a Glind. He's like, yeah, the Goma's right hand guy, Degasu. He looks a lot like you. He's like, oh, how...
Strange coincidence. Moving on, please.
Moving on, please.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about it. So after that amusing moment, Kadon's like, all right, I think I can hedge my bets on you, kid, but you have to understand, I gotta test you first. I want a demonstration. I don't know if that was intentional in the dub, but it sure sounded like it.
I missed it. If you
And
said
once
it, actually.
again, you threaten Goku with a good time. So he tells his strongest warriors, all right, if you guys beat him, I'll give you a raise.
That was the best part. All right, I gotta judge this guy's
Yes.
worthiness. If you kick his ass, I'll give you a raise. Oh, by the way, no weapons. Dad, let him use the weapons. It's good for training, anyways.
Good for training. He doesn't understand what he's getting into.
It's even funnier because it almost sounds like a backhanded comment against them too. Dad, let him have it. I'll kick their asses, anyways.
Well, they
It
take
just-
some offense to
yeah.
it, to be sure. Like, hey, you're making fun of us.
Yes.
Yes.
What you
yes.
gonna do about it? Except for Goku wouldn't say that, but yeah.
No. I mean, there are versions of Goku that would do that.
True.
No, not really this one. So everyone watches Goku completely wreck all those warriors, and Glorio seems particularly observant. Something about that Glorio guy. And King Kadon says, all right, you proved yourself, I'll get you a plane. And they're like, hey, we got some friends that need to come to the demon realm too, but they don't got a passcode because of we didn't send them the passcode. It's like, oh, okay, well, let me just send Hybis. Who's this? How do we describe Hybis? Kind of a not terribly short, but just kind of stout, rotund
Rotund.
demon that looks so Dragon Quest.
He is incredibly Dragon Quest.
Incredibly Dragon Quest. They're like, all right, you're gonna go to their realm and pick up those other passengers. Like, well, we need a bigger plane for that. And I love this. All this time, Pansy's all like, no, my dad's not such a thug. Come on. And he says, all right, go steal a mid-sized plane from the Nemofi gang. I hope the Nemofi gang are the ones that stole their plane. That would be
That would be
delightful.
poetic justice at that point.
And
Yeah.
his three guys are like, all right, crime time, boys. I was like, what is this, DuckTales?
the
Beagle
Boys.
So, of course, Pansy says, I'm coming too. And her dad's like, no, you'll get in the way. It's not a good idea. She's like, well, I'm good with technology. And if this piece of junk has any problems, I can fix it. Hey, Glorio, you any good with fixing things?
No.
Not really. All right, so we should probably take her. So once Goku says, I think it's a good idea to bring her along. Then Kadon's like, all right. As long as you keep her safe. And then Shin takes Goku aside and is like, hey, Glorio's his story's not adding up. He said that he was tasked by this king to bring strong warriors, but he was talking about how he initiated all of that. That's not adding up, Goku. He's seeming pretty suspect. And Goku's all like, doesn't matter. As Goku does. And they load up the plane with way too much stuff. And Glorio's like, hey, that's too much stuff. And Pansy's like, no, I need all of my stuff. I was like, okay. And the engine immediately craps out because there's too much stuff in the plane. Good job. Good job.
And we're off. And we're crashing.
Well, at least she can fix it. Or so she says. A couple of fun episodes.
It was.
Yes.
With two really, really great fights.
Indeed. Animation was spectacular.
Absolutely.
And we actually get to see Goku using a ki for a little bit too. Because he hasn't really used it until that last fight.
Yeah, when he went Super Saiyan. Oh, that. Before they really, figure out that these guys are from the other realm, Pansy does ask, "Hey Goku, what kind of magic do you do?" And Goku's all like, "I can do this." It's not
I can
magic.
touch my tongue with my. I can touch my nose with my tongue. That's not really magic, but I can do this. Slowly lifts rock off the ground. Ooh, my brain immediately
Ooh.
goes. My brain immediately goes somewheres in the other back in the universe 7 proper. Frieza goes, "What the fuck is this? I can do this with my eyes closed." I just find it funny because like I could lift a rock with my mind. I'm like, why did Goku just not say like I fought plenty of people who could do that? That's not really magic. That's like basic energy control.
But instead, Goku's all like, "Oh, that's cool." Like, come
really,
on.
Really, Goku? You've literally done half of this stuff yourself. Like, flying is literally just throwing yourself with your mind.
It's true. It's true. Okay. Paul, what are your thoughts on these episodes?
Well, it's better than the first 3.
True.
Well, I mean, the voice acting's great. The animation is incredible. By the way, if they do more seasons of Super, which I'm fully expecting them to do at some point, maybe like 500 years from now, yeah, they need to continue using this animation.
I
Absolutely.
hope so.
And it just seems as it goes on and on and on, we have more episode or more, not more episodes, but more Goku gets to figure out, how to use his powers in his small form. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's funny because like he didn't really go super Saiyan right there. It kind of just flashed.
Oh, true.
But it's like, oh, well, we get to see this now. What next episode do you actually go Super Saiyan, or what are we doing here, kind of thing. So, but yeah, I mean, I enjoyed them. It had action in both episodes, fight scene in both. Nothing I hated, if that's what you're asking, because I didn't really hate any of the episodes, but
no, I wasn't asking if you hated anything. Why would you hate anything in these episodes? They're perfectly fine.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. I do find it funny that they were like that the king was like, "Oh, you can marry my daughter." And it's no, dude. No.
No.
By the way, she's older. She's technically older than Goku, so nah, not happening there, buddy.
I mean, what's it even matter when you live 1,000?
True.
At that point, yeah, it's
So, but I do look forward to seeing when Vegeta and Piccolo and all them show up, because that should be funny too. Because
Oh yes,
we know
We
Vegeta's
certainly
probably
can
sitting
see.
in Universe 7 going, I need to get over there and fight.
I just
So,
imagine him pouting.
Oh yes.
probably. I mean,
He's
he would pout
probably-
as an adult. It's probably worse when he's a child.
Probably very, very pouty right now. He's like, is it fixed yet, Bulma? When's it gonna be fixed? Vegeta, if you don't shut up, I'll fix you.
No.
Why do I care? I already have an heir.
If you don't
he
shut
cares.
up,
He cares.
if you don't shut up, we're not taking a bath together.
I saw that clip and even I had a laugh. It's just like, wow, that man.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Bulma. Bulma does not give two shits and is more than fine telling a god of destruction to F off.
Yeah.
She has been through so much shit in her life. She's just gotten to the point where it's like, I don't care who you are, don't cross me or I'll end you. And she's smart enough to know how to manipulate him too. It's just like, oh, you like food? Here's an entire spread. Be my bitch.
No, that was Goku.
I mean, both. Beerus was the same
That's
way.
true. That's true, but
Beerus and
Bulma
Bleach were the
did
same
that.
way.
That's, I mean, to a degree, she was able to like convince Whis at least to do stuff for her. But you know, Beerus kind of just went along because, oh look, this is delicious, or oh look, this intrigues me.
And
Like,
Bulma knew
really,
how to
they could
milk
have-
every aspect of it.
Like, obviously, I mean, obviously, most of these events haven't happened yet, so technically,
No,
because
Super's still out there.
right. So
You
I
know-
mean, Daima happened before Super, so I mean, obviously,
Yes,
this stuff hasn't happened
Daima
yet.
takes place immediately after the Buu arc.
Right.
Super's a
And is
couple of years
also-
later.
And depending on if it's actually connected, it could also be its own separate timeline canon.
Possibly, but I
Haven't
don't
you
believe
heard?
that.
All things Dragon Ball are now canon.
Oh, yeah, sure.
No.
Okay.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
No, that's not true.
I'm
mean,
sorry,
all things is-
Toyotaro. You don't make that call.
Yeah. That's why I like the idea of, okay, no, this is absolutely just an alternate timeline at this point, because it makes more sense that way, because you're like retconning a retcon from Dragon Ball at that point.
It
Like,
there
ahead.
are a couple of loose connections, but it can fit.
Yeah, I could.
Wait, we're talking Daima's an alternate universe?
I've always felt
Could
it.
Could
Not an
be.
alternate universe, but an alternate timeline.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I
I
mean-
don't buy that, but I understand why people believe that. Like that is
Yeah.
a school of thought. I don't
I-
agree. I think it fits fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
would
fits
agree
fine.
with Laser. I think that it fits fine into
It does
Um,
have some loose junctions because of the way that they
Yeah.
rush the finale. As someone who's seen the whole thing, there are some loose bits, but
Yeah.
there's nothing that makes it impossible. There's just a lot of questions.
Right.
Yeah,
which,
and-
which I'm fine with.
which, you know, and then obviously there's that thing that happens towards the end of the series that we don't want to
Yeah,
talk about.
that's
at the
why
moment.
I'm like, yeah, I'm
Right.
dancing for a reason.
But
I'm
but I will
being
say-
non-specific.
but I will say, Laser, it does give the and I'm not going to pronounce his name right at all because it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm about to fall asleep. It gives him, the new creator of Dragon Ball Super, I guess we'll say, basically something else to use in Super if he
Oh
wants
yes, and
Because,
there
I
are
mean-
direct references to Super in Daima, straight up.
to. Well, and the other thing that gets me, because I'm trying to tiptoe around this without
I'm doing the
mentioning
same
it.
thing to you.
You know, it reminds me of that in Super where they're having that little tournament off to the side
Which
before
one?
the big tournament,
There were
be-
two of 'em.
between Champa and Beerus.
Okay, Universe 6 tournament.
Universe.
Yep, the first
Yeah,
one.
so you know, Goku obviously goes Super Saiyan Blue, but then is able to incorporate the Kaioken because, as he explains, the Kaioken, the reason he stopped using it was because it drained him too much, and then also with regular Super Saiyan, it would just be too chaotic and it would just not be good. So that
Reasonable
thing that we're
explanation.
tiptoeing around.
Still called
You see what I'm
bullshit.
saying?
Smash.
Like that
I
thing that they were
got more
tiptoeing
thought on that
around.
too.
I think that maybe that could incorporate what that becomes later on, possibly, but we'll
I
see.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah,
I have
But-
things to say about that, but we'll wait till we get there.
yeah.
That's a ways off in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not belabor the point. I would like to hear if Steven has any thoughts.
Just the same as you all. Fantastic. I mean, it's pretty good right now. I do like to see the weird mode of transportation of them shooting off in the stem. Was it the stem of the
Yeah.
flower? It seemed like it was like some onion thing,
Guy seed.
you know.
It worked because it feels natural. Like the ecology of the Dim World, you have a plant that has to shoot itself that far to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To set off more seeds. It feels like it works in that world. Weird thing is, and I don't know if this is an answer or maybe not an answer to the ones who've seen it here, but what are with the red letters in each of the title sequences? Because it sounds like they're trying to spell something out, but it doesn't look like that when you like line them up in English, and I assume it's like that when they had the Japanese kanji titles as well. But there's one letter in each of the titles, each first 5 that I seen right now that's red, and the other ones aren't. And it's like, to me, who's someone who likes puzzles and everything else, I'm like, you're trying to say something with that, and I don't know.
I hadn't noticed that, so I couldn't tell you. I'd have to go back and look and see if I could figure that out for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that either.
But that's good spotting.
Interesting observation.
Because Lazarus didn't do it, but every time that I would watch the title sequence, I'm like, is it trying to say something in there? Ever since that first show was on ABC in 1999, The Mole, and the whole thing was the person who was the mole was in the title sequence the whole time, and it said who it was. I was like, I'm looking at everything. I'm like, are they telling us everything right here in the title? And I'm like, I seen the red letters, and I'm like, are you trying to spell something out with all of the episode titles, and it's like doing something? I don't know.
Well, I want to give some shout outs to some new cast members as of these episodes. We got Veronica Lux as Pansy, doing a great job with that character. And her father is played by Major Attaway. Oh, he has such a great voice.
It does.
That would be, I think the first time he was ever on Toonami was, what did they call him? Tron Javolta, the dancing guy in that episode of Space Dandy.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah. And Tom Loffin continues to be quite amusing as Goma, and I gotta say that Aaron Dismuke is just so great at playing that constantly annoyed character. It's fun.
It's so weird every time I hear him, and I just go back to Alphonse.
I always think it's Senku now.
I mean, yeah, but
that's
like
who I usually go
my
to.
first thing is Alphonse. Is like, oh, that's right. Yeah, it's like, god dang, he's just gotten so much better, and his voice is just so much deeper. It's like, Jesus, fuck.
Yeah, he's
Time flies. It's weird.
It
He
does.
got a lot older.
2005 was 20 years ago.
Oh,
Help.
oh,
I was
refuse to
working.
acknowledge.
oh no.
I was an
Please
adult and
no.
working in the real world at that point. Help.
Why you gotta say that?
Time is an illusion. I just learned to ignore it.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll do that for Daima. Well, I guess that moves us right along to Bleach. And oh boy, what an episode title.
Oh, yes.
The Shooting Star Project Zero Mix. Sounds like a song title.
It might be Ride on Shooting Star.
You're going to ride on a shooting star soon enough.
Yeah, it's true.
So, as you may recall before the break, bad, everybody's hurt and or dead in Soul Society.
It's great.
Within the Sarate it's a mess. In the aftermath, they're like, well, don't worry about the dead. We have to tend to the wounded. Like, ugh, this is pretty grim. But Ichigo is informed that his friends in Hueco Mundo are okay, and both Rukia and Renji are in recovery after surgery. And Ichigo notes that Rukia's mouth works just fine. She immediately starts giving him a hard time. But she also can sense that Ichigo is hiding something. I think we all know what it is. He doesn't want to tell anybody he might be a Quincy.
My son, born in the dark.
And, wow! Not only Kenpachi, but also Byakuya are still among the living, though they are comatose. I was like, my gosh, Byakuya, I thought you died like 3 times now.
Byakuya, fool, I had 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
The hero's
So
hit point and a significant amount of blood loss.
There's some squabbling that occurs among the 13 court guards about how things didn't go well, and Soifon starts some shit. Not that she has a leg to stand on. She's one of the ones that lost the Bankai, isn't she?
She is.
Yes.
Yeah. And the current reigning old man, as Yama has passed away, is he tells them, you know, old man Yama would smack us all for how we're behaving.
Probably would.
Yeah. And Kurotsuchi talks to Ichigo about his broken Zanpakuto. He's like, no, I can't repair your Zanpakuto. He says a lot of things that I do not fully understand about.
I think it basically boils. I think it boiled down to essentially like if a Shikai is broken, it can be repaired, but if a Bankai is broken, it's basically fucked over. Then Ichigo calls him out saying, You busted your Bankai. He's like, no, I modified my Bankai. I never broke my sword.
That is
I never broke the
exactly how that
Bankai.
goes down. I agree. That's the Cliff's Notes of it.
Yeah, because that explains how Mayuri was able to change his Bankais.
Yeah. And he also mentioned something about how like it's up to the user to repair the Zanpakuto. Like it's all about using your own spiritual energy to do it. And then he's like, hey, I gotta go meet some weirdos. You're coming with me. So Ichigo joins the captains to greet Squad Zero, and oh boy, what a bunch they are. A group of 5 captains that are stronger than the entire 13 court guard because they are up in the royal palace defending the Soul King. And that's why they did not show up during that whole fight. And boy, kind of would have been good if they did. But
I think it's more interesting just like how like casually, I think after Phone starts bitching him out, the one was just like, oh yeah, like our job is to do this. Your job was to do that. You kind of suck at your job if that's the case. It's like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
They do not give 2 shits about anybody.
No.
Not really, no.
Even creepy Mayuri is like, hey, you broke into my lab, you took one of my subjects. What are you doing?
What are you doing taking my stuff? It's my stuff. It's good stuff.
Keep your doors locked, because your door locks are pretty shit, boy. It's like, ow. Damn.
Yeah.
Mayuri got schooled.
Oh, they also mentioned that the Sarate is currently, they have this whole wall, right? And that is supposed to be up guarding the royal palace, but it's been down in the Cerate all this time, ever since Ichigo and company busted into Soul Society the first time.
Oops.
Interesting detail. Yeah. So, Ichigo's the main character. So, of course, they want him to come with them. And they're also taking Rukia and Renji, and I already mentioned Byakuya, up to get them some proper healing. And Pompadour guy is all like, well, you can't heal them with your methods. Like, he really he really called her out.
Ooh.
Really called her out. But yeah, I think he's he talks a big game, but I think he can back it up. It's also quite the exchange between Shinji and a rather rotund lady, and he's like, "Whoa, I didn't recognize you. You look so different." She's like, "Oh, you shouldn't tease me so much, Shinji." Yeah, fun bunch. And of course, respect has to be earned when you're talking to Ichigo, and he he calls the front runner guy Baldy. It's like, "Are you talking to me?" Like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you, Baldy." Oh man. Oh, what a punk you are sometimes, Ichigo. He does get convinced that he could go up with them to not repair his Zanpakuto. They told him that they could reforge it into something similar to his Zanpakuto. Interesting. Much like
I
Mayuri
wonder
mentioned
what
he
that means.
modified the Bankai. Yeah. Well, they all came down from the royal palace, so they got to come back up somehow. So the Shibas blast Ichigo, Squad Zero, and the three wounded to the royal palace. What are the odds there be 2 episodes involving shooting into the sky?
Well,
But there's also 2 episodes about unique healing methods. And this is
Indeed.
where Pompadour throws Ichigo into a hot spring and shows this rather unorthodox method in which he takes all the bad spiritual energy and bad blood out of the bodies of the other 3 by soaking them in this one hot spring, and then he tosses them into another hot spring where they'll get replenished, and then I want to say rinse, repeat, but there isn't really rinsing involved. It's just repeat process however many times.
Yeah, it's a cycle. It's a wash cycle.
Yeah, I guess it is. It seems it's like dialysis.
It kind of is, actually. That's a good comparison.
It is spiritual energy dialysis. I was just intrigued by the concept of there being bad blood, bad spiritual energy from the fight.
It's an interesting idea. It kind of hones back into old world, real world stuff of bloodletting. Like people used to believe you had to get the bad blood out.
Makes sense, because all things considered.
Yeah.
And in the weirdest possible way of effectively drowning someone in a hot spring, but yeah.
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 You're drowning them. They're fine. Just take them out, throw them in the other one, and a couple rounds we're done.
Now all the blood's out. Wait, all the blood's out.
Oh, God, we gotta fix that. Oh, man. So much work.
Oh. Right. One more thing. Before they blasted off, Ichigo probably needed a little bit more convincing. So he gets a call from old Hat and Clogs, Kisuke Uehara. Is all like, "Yeah, Ichigo, you should take care of yourself. You should follow your heart, yada yada." Hey, who's that in the call with you? Is Ichigo talking? Oh, I'm gonna get Ichigo! So, if you had the captions on, it was pretty obvious who this character was. Also, you might recognize the voice. But,
Been a minute, though, so you might not.
It has been a minute. I was listening back to our previous episode where we're like, who could have been that mysterious assailant that took out Kilgay? And my original theory was it was going to be Ichigo's dad. And we kicked around the idea that maybe it's Ichigo's dad or Uryu's dad. And then
I was just sitting there internally laughing.
And Jeffries Herrera in the comment in the chat was like, what if it's another Arrancar? And I was like, oh, maybe it's Grimjaw.
And what if it was?
Hey! Wasn't my first guess, but I'll still take it.
But you did do it. You did come up with it. I remember that.
With some help. Thanks for getting me on the
right
right
help
trail,
from your
Jeff.
friends.
Yeah. So, and apparently they have some sort of agreement. I mean, sure. I mean, they got to deal with the bigger threat right now, so. Still. Strange bedfellows, as it were. Yeah, Ichigo's off to get some healing and probably some training and reforging his sword into something. And the leader guy was also kind of like, well, not just anybody gets to come up here. And Ichigo's like, yeah, Aizen was doing all kinds of terrible things to try to get up here. And Ichigo just gets in. Because he's special.
Aizen's like, haha, I will do this 1,000-year plan to get into the... Ichigo just walks in.
Walks in wouldn't be accurate. Gets catapulted in. That would
Catapulted in, yeah. Yeah, to be more specific. See, that's why Aizen's plan failed. He didn't account for catapults.
Yeah.
If he'd had catapults in his plan, he would have been fine.
I did enjoy seeing the Shiba clan. My rarely seen Bleach wife, Shiba Kukaku.
Gotta love that.
And she's giving her little brother a hard time. And also, there's a couple of other assistants.
Yes, there were. I didn't notice that the last time I watched it.
I noticed it almost immediately when they were walking away. I'm like, wait, is that who I think it is?
It is exactly who you think it is.
That doggone Tsukishima, he was always there.
I was like, wow, are those the Fullbringers? It's like, wow.
Yeah, a couple of why not? Fullbringers. I mean,
everyone is here.
Yeah, everyone is here.
Well, it's good to know that they found something after their failed attempt at being villains.
Yeah. Well, villains turning into frenemies is just the way of Bleach.
That is the way of Shonen Jump.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I saw this meme on Twitter the other day, and it was Naruto. It says, "It's not too late, Adolf."
Oh no! I've seen a Goku video about that where Goku's gonna try and turn him, and they're all like, "Dude, he's horrible. He's only this." Yeah, what about what you guys?
Yeah, that's one of JJ's video. That was hysterical.
Oh god!
Like, you can't even reason with it. Goku's like, "Yeah, well, Vegeta's just as bad, and Piccolo was pretty bad." It's like, oh man, he actually has a point. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah. Oh, watch Solid JJ.
Oh, that was great.
Absolutely Goku, great. We are not allowing Hitler into the group. We're not adding Hitler to the group. You're just mad because you're only half a Hitler. Stop Hitler scaling!
Stop Hitler scaling!
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's such a funny video.
That's what you made me think of just now with that Naruto comic.
I'm so glad that you saw that too. I think that comment might have actually been a response to that video.
I could see it. It was really funny.
Oh man, that's good. Yeah, look up solid JJ's videos. They're hilarious. Right. Yeah, that's that episode of Bleach. There was like a foreboding shot of the royal throne room, I think.
Dun dun dun.
Those guys certainly are characters.
Squad Zero is really interesting, and I know from what I've been told, they expanded their role significantly in the anime versus the manga, and I'm glad for that because they are quite the characters.
They're fun. They're a fun bunch. Like that guy with the pompadour. Can he like attack with his hair? I think he can hit things with his hair. I mean that tracks.
Are you saying he's a Josuke?
I don't know, it's more like he's a Bobobo.
Ah, there you go.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm guessing he gets pretty mad if you trash his due.
I mean, if you gotta do that, awesome, understandable.
Yeah. Well, it's voiced by Mick Lauer, who was in a JoJo, who was in Golden Wind. So, yeah. And Aaron LaPlante, he's playing the leader guy. He's that was, as you may recall, why is his name blanking? Primal, the guy in Primal. Scar? Yeah, Scar. Yeah, he was Scar. He was also the. It wasn't really Amuro in Fooly Cooly Crunch.
Yuji!
Yeah. So that's fun. And I believe Tara Sands was the rotund woman. Great to hear her. Good stuff. It's nice to see some, some variety in the female designs in Bleach. I'm sure they won't do anything to ruin that.
No, what would make you think that?
I've seen things.
Ah, yeah. I imagined.
Seemed pretty obvious based on Shinji's response to seeing her. Where is little Hiyori? She asked about Hiyori. Where is little? Where's she?
Now they will that you will find out.
Oh, okay. Recasts happen, but I really miss Roger Craig Smith as Shinji. Alex Lee's doing a good job, but it's just not the same.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Alas, long productions, this is a thing.
Well,
and sometimes even on short productions.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure Roger Craig Smith did not return because it's not a union dub.
Ah, alas.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do. So, yeah, that's Bleach. Colt. Since you haven't had a chance to really talk about Bleach thus far, what do you think of the 1,000-year blood war thus far?
I feel like it's a little slow, but I feel like they're also trying to build up a lot, so it seems like they're trying to go for multiple angles at this point, so it's kind of one of those cases where I have to wait and watch, because considering that there's multiple seasons. Good, but it does feel like I almost feel like it's kind of the opposite of Inuyasha, the final act, where it's like that one kind of seemed going a little too quickly. This one almost seems to be going a little slower than what I would prefer. For me, that's probably just me. I feel like a lot of it comes down to the fact that like they're trying to explain a whole boatload of it, and like how do I want to say it? Like with the whole thing with Wahabara, or the main villain, being like, "Oh yeah, well you have this and this," is just like, okay, Sure. Neat. Can we continue onward, please, or are we done? But that's just for now. Like, I'm probably gonna figure it'll get filled in later on. It just feels a little slow right now.
Huh. I don't feel like it's particularly slow. There's
That
a
is
lot
a
that's happened in the past
unique viewpoint. I'm not going to say you're wrong. You feel the way you
7
feel.
episodes.
But
The one thing that I thought was kind of dragging was Ichigo fighting Kyuuge did
a little bit.
dawdle a little bit.
I think what I feel like is more like I kind of expected that fight to go a bit quicker, and then like everything in the Soul Society to go a little faster. Just like maybe like half an episode faster in terms of like the whole like assault on the Soul Society with the Quincy. Because I mean maybe it's me, but I almost feel like I'm surprised they actually did the whole thing between Gin Ryusai and Yahabawa as an actual full episode. I mean, it was awesome that they did the fake Yaha whatever and all of that, but I'm actually almost surprised that like that wasn't just like a well, it happened off screen sort of thing.
Oh, I'm glad they didn't off screen that. That would have sucked.
They definitely off-screened a lot of death. Like they're like, oh, 1,000 soul reapers are dead. When did that happen?
Like yeah, like that's what I would have expected for like a majority of that. Where it's like okay, Ichigo does his fight, then eventually he gets out, and oh yeah, all this shit happened, and we don't really get like a clear understanding, and then like maybe we get like a quarter to half an episode of it just being yeah, here's what happened, rather than them granting the fight. But again, yeah, I get why they did the whole fight because it provides the context. It just feels like maybe a bit too long, but again, that's me.
Fair.
That's how you feel about it. I can't tell you. Like I said, I'm not going to invalidate that. I disagree, but I mean, that's how you feel.
I think it wouldn't feel that way if you were watching it back to back, as opposed to waiting week to week.
Yeah. Maybe that's the reasoning why. If I was binging all this, it probably wouldn't feel as slow. But doing this with the whole like normalized, like the traditional week to week thing, it does feel like a little slower than I would expect.
It was week to week for me when I was watching it, so I don't know that that's a difference.
Oh boy, if you feel like this is meandering, wait till you get to further into Dragon Ball Daima.
Oh, mid Daima is plotting.
mid Daima is mid.
Mid Daima is mid. You are not wrong.
Or maybe I almost feel like a lot of the story beats are just kind of boring, I guess.
I mean, it's not hitting for you, and that's fair.
I mean, it's mostly been fighting.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
that is
fighting
not
between
really going to
change you might not
outside
really care about.
Outside of a few things that are coming, it's pretty much all fighting this arc.
Wow.
There are some other things. It's not just that. There are some other things to look forward to. But a lot of that.
I see.
It is a war.
Right. Gosh. Mr. Not Eisen did not last long. He's like he's talking about all those. It was like, oh, in war, both sides see themselves as just as like, oh, you're talking some deep stuff. But oh, you did.
Yeah, and he's dead.
Whoops. I don't remember. Did this guy had any significance before this arc?
Nope. None whatsoever that I'm aware of.
Okay. They just needed somebody to info dump, I guess. Info dump to the rookies. Speaking of which, the rookies, we haven't seen if the rookies are okay, or like we didn't see those two like at all in this episode. But we did see what's his name? The guy played by Spike Spencer, who was telling Ichigo, like, you need to get proper medical attention. He's like, no, I'm fine.
Hanataro?
Yeah, Hanataro. Yeah. Nice to see him.
It is always nice to see Hanataro.
Yeah. I quite grew to like him back in the day.
Likewise. He's a fun character who has own little storyline. Really, he's fun.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this comment in the chat is regarding this episode of Bleach. I don't think it was about Daima. Mr. AJ Tibb says this episode was payoff for going back and watching all the canon episodes. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
I could see that.
Lots of familiar faces. And some that you haven't seen in quite a while. Like, Kon shows up and Ichigo's like, Kon, what are you doing here?
All around me are familiar faces, worn out place.
It is truly a mad world.
Yes.
Paul, you still conscious? I'll take that as a no.
Barely.
Ah.
What do you think of this pretty chill episode of Bleach?
Feels like filler.
You gotta have some connecting tissue.
True.
It can't be all fighting.
Yeah, none of this is filler, technically, because even the stuff that wasn't in the manga is written by the author, so...
I was expecting a cooldown, but there was a lot of information in this episode.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you guys pretty much said it all, but I mean, I'm kind of just waiting to see when he starts trying to figure out his Quincy power, honestly, because clearly that's what we're going to get next. And then now you have the trifecta of all Soul Reapers, basically.
Who will he train Quincy powers with? Because it might not be Squad Zero. It would make sense if he trained with Uryu.
Well, I was thinking, and this would be weird, but maybe the guy that is that Urio's father?
Yeah.
Ryuken is Urio's father. He has nothing to do with any of this stuff.
Yeah,
But that would be hilarious if he started training Ichigo.
That would be quite the slap in the face to Uryu, I'm afraid.
I just assumed it would be a case of he just does it naturally, has no idea how the hell he did it.
Well, that would be an Ichigo move. Now what?
That would absolutely be an Ichigo move.
I mean, happened in the fight against Yahoo, the main villain was just like, oh yeah, this activated. Yeah, it was just like, oh no, he's dead. Nope, he just randomly, suddenly spawned this technique out of nowhere. Plot armor. He gained literal plot armor.
Yeah,
Shonen protagonist power.
He did gain literal plot armor.
Like, I'm going to slice your neck now. Bink! What the hell? Oh, he has that power now. Well, fuck.
Then he immediately explains, like, oh, I shouldn't have had Kilgay use cage on you. Your spiritual pressure mixed.
That was a bit.
It's like,
maybe that was also a point where it was like, I was kind of like, why are we explaining this? Like, just leave this out of this point. This is kind of a redundancy. Just let the power be a sudden appearance and don't try to explain it. Like, just continue on. Continue on.
I actually like that because it was Iwabaha going, oh, I screwed up, and that's a rare moment.
That's true. Also, the guy clearly likes to listen to himself talk.
He does.
I mean, it's Richard Epcar. I'll listen to that guy talk anytime.
Yeah.
Wonderful performance.
Absolutely.
He put so much emphasis on Shinji Ito Genryu Sai. Like, whoa, man, you don't have to emphasize every syllable.
I mean, it's just one of those moments where it sounds like he's constantly asking for the phonetic pronunciation just to make sure he doesn't screw it up.
Oh no.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
That's another one of those things where it's like, okay, here's the line. How do I pronounce this again? Like this. Thank you. Next line. How do I pronounce this again? Like this. Thank you. And eventually the ADR is just, God damn it, I said this 4 times.
Yeah. Well, Steven, any thoughts on this episode of Bleach?
Just like the rest of you, fun episode. I think we need those fun episodes after the 6, 7 episodes of darkness and killing and death. So you need this kind of refresher break in between. I love the what was his name? The hell demon squad zero, the guy with the pompadours, Space Dandy.
Pompadour guy.
Yeah, Space Dandy over here. Dude, I loved how he really didn't care about any of this stuff, but he was almost right to criticize Squad 13 for what they did and the complacency and disregard for anything. And it's that's why they all got massacred. And if they were more like them, which was a weird kind of a weird, not through line, but a weird kind of two-sided coin, a double-sided coin, saying that because they look like they can't do anything. And I think that's kind of an anime thing of oh, here's all the weirdos in the group. These are the ones that are the most powerful ones. And it's it doesn't look like it, but they are. And that's why they're protecting, the Soul King dude. And it is fun to see that, but then it was right to see them criticize the Squad 13 to do that. Otherwise, go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking of the whole criticize, there was an interesting moment when the Space Danny was criticizing Unohara about the whole healing thing, and then it's oh yeah, okay, now we're gonna go here, and I have this god tier hot spring that'll heal all wounds, and I'm kind of going, wait, you have these abilities, and you're not teaching them to the people down below. What?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think they can have that spring down.
Well, I think it's more the idea that it's he could be the Squad Zero could be doing more to help the Sarate, and they intentionally don't because there's assholes.
Yeah.
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 Kind of the.
Yeah.
You'll see eventually there. Going up and down is not an easy feat.
Well, yes. You have to be blasted.
Which is another interesting aspect of they've been around for so long, but yet they're the technology level is in a weird place. You have Mayori's hyper scientific lab. No one built an elevator.
They haven't
no
got
stairway
to,
to heaven.
Yet. But they have Lazarus pits from Ra's al Ghul's Batman.
Yeah, we got
up
that.
there.
Listen, Colt, we can't have everything, okay?
I know it
There's
was
a
just
budget.
something that I had to bring on.
They chose one particular technology tree and not another. They only had so many build points.
or maybe they wanted to get their steps in.
Nice.
I guess.
So Pompadour guys, this is funny to me. Tenjiro Kiniji. The one with all the hands is Senjumaru Utara. The rotund lady is Kiryo Hikafune. The bald guy is Ichibe Yosube. And the black guy is Oetsu Nimaya. Didn't really get anything from that guy yet.
Yeah, you will.
No doubt. Oh yeah. Fun bunch.
Yes.
They make quite an entrance. and jeez. Tenjiro, when he's blasting Ichigo up to the hot spring, it's all right, now don't move or you'll die. He's what? Ichigo's getting blasted off twice today.
Indeed he is.
Yeah. Wow. I do appreciate this levity. This has probably Kuro's favorite episode so far.
I would not doubt it.
Very, very strong possibility.
It is the calm after the storm. It's the fun one. It's you know, we're having a little bit of levity after a lot of heavy stuff.
Yeah. But don't worry, all the main characters are okay.
For now.
Ooh, foreboding. Foreboding. Well, yeah, does it for this episode of Bleach. We will not be discussing Blue Exorcist this week because Kuro is not here and she wants to be present for all Blue Exorcist discussions if she can be. So next time we're going to talk about 2 episodes of Blue Exorcist, Bleach, and the first episode of Don Da Don.
Ooh,
But we're going to save
yes.
Daima for another time. Okay.
I mean, when we have enough new shows, we actually have to start spacing things out.
I know,
God,
right?
I love it. So good. So nice.
Wait. Does that mean I'm gonna hear the Law and Order thing when Don Don comes on, where it goes dun dun?
No, but
No.
you're gonna hear da dun da dun da dun 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 da dun da dun da dun da dun.
By the way, may
I'm
I
not joking
say?
about that, by the way.
No, you're not joking about that at all.
No, it's a
May-
fun
may
one. I heard it on YouTube.
May I say that in Sketch can attest to this because I was at basically almost 2 o'clock in the morning texting him about the promo for Don Da Don. I was like, you know, it seems like they actually put a lot more effort into this one. And I mean, I'm
I
not
think
saying
it
that.
really helps to have a lot of episodes to work from.
Yes, but and I think that definitely helps. What and not to have like a mini little discussion about this, but it, how did Toonami get to play this? Because I feel like
G-Kids. It's not a Crunchyroll
G-Kids,
license.
Okay.
Yeah, I questioned the same thing too on Twitter when it was first announced, and it was like, yeah, this has like some weird stuff. So I legitimately like my thought was like maybe it was a Hulu thing, but even I'm highly doubtful of that.
It's interesting to me because like in this realm of we have to put anime on streaming services, and them being like, we can't have clips out there. But we're gonna go and put it on TV as soon as we fucking possibly can. It just seems very weird to me, where this weird environment of anime that we're in.
No, I think that's more because William Street still tries to maintain what they have. And going back to the Jason interview, he did make that point where it's like they do have to do a lot more with the clips in order to get approvals for them, or at least in like that level of like
That, yeah.
that sort of stuff. So what I'm willing to probably bet was that when they were talking about this one, they either had a lot more freedom or they were in the works on this for a lot longer than we would think, and they had a lot more time to like go through the episodes and stuff to make this work out.
They definitely had a lot more freedom with this one. It just shows in the promo, honestly.
Yeah.
So I mean that does explain a lot of why these promos
Required
have maybe
approvals. Many approvals.
Yeah.
I mean, I that's one of those situations where it's like I like understanding like that level of a flow, especially after the Jason interview, it was like, okay, I'm genuinely curious as to like the time frame that one of those like promos we would do would take now, because it was very interesting when he said that, because it's like, okay, so now we have something like Donadon, and it's like, okay, so you likely were given all of season 1, so how long did it take from getting the licensing approval and then starting to make the promo and then sending it back to them? Like, what was like the general time frame? 'Cause I would be very curious about that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that this is a new territory for, well, not just Toonami, but probably TV as well. It's probably why you don't see anime on TV other than outside of basically either a streaming marathon stream that Crunchyroll has itself, or, you know, sometimes when these random channels try to do some kind of anime. I mean, it's probably they don't have approval to do things. That might honestly explain why, there wasn't really that much promo for that failed whatever block that
No,
was
there was
out
no
there.
promo.
No,
Yeah.
like I don't remember hearing
So
anything
that,
about
that
that.
might actually explain it because they probably weren't given approval. So
I could see it being that, or they just didn't give enough to try.
True. But
And
I mean,
and they thought that like, hey, we can get these shows people will watch,
yeah, but you got to do the work to get people to watch. That's the problem.
and they clearly didn't want to do the work.
No, they didn't want to do the work, and that's
They didn't
the
even
problem.
show the credit rolls.
No, and look, I am all for them trying to do something. I'm all for, I'm all for competition. I'm all for trying new things, but at the same time, if you're not going to put the work in, it's not going to benefit you and it's not going to work out. And every time that one of these networks has tried it and they don't put the full work into it, it just doesn't work out.
It lasts 1 or 2 months, and then it just disappears like everything
Exactly.
else.
Exactly. And I mean, again, it goes back to something that I keep saying, and it definitely HBO Max is definitely the example. You want people to watch your networks. Why is it not on HBO Max? I don't know how many fucking times I have to say this until I have blue balls or something. Like, it's just like, or it's just like, what
Hey, Laser, he's
don't you
talking
get?
about balls, and we're talking about Donkatong.
That's why I was referencing it. See, anyways, so
Surprisingly, the promo mentions nothing about balls, but maybe they didn't want to
Should've.
show that hand.
Yeah, I can tell you that first
I mean-
line where that happens, I laughed for like 5 minutes straight the first time. It's that juvenile great.
By the way, I'm
Oh,
glad
yes,
you got
it is.
that reference. Anyways, but in all seriousness, it's like,
balls. I like balls.
I mean, I feel like these streamers are starting to finally dip their toes in a little bit, but I think if they were to fully pull the trigger and put their channels on these streamers, I think that they would do very well with those. I mean, you're already basically turning back into cable anyways. Why not fucking do it?
I mean, a lot of them do. Like Paramount Plus has CBS on it straight up.
Yeah. I mean, you have to go through Paramount Plus to watch NFL games. Well, no, that's not true. You can go through CBS Sports app too. But
Or you can be me and have a TV antenna.
What is that? No, I'm kidding.
It's that thing that receives TV signals over the air.
Yeah. I was trying to do that with wrestling recently, and I'm like,
oh, now you can't do it because they don't have SmackDown on Fox anymore.
But yeah, I mean, the other thing I want to point out too is this goes to show that they're definitely investing in Toonami, because whatever that black space was earlier this year, whether it was Daima was supposed to play or whatever, it just makes sense to me that somebody probably finally put their foot down and went, listen, you got nothing else playing here. You just went out and got Family Guy and all these other things back because you know that this is what gets you ratings. Why not do what we were doing before? Get the anime that we know people are going to watch and just do it and invest.
I feel like maybe this is a point where, how do I want to say it? They're understanding how to do these agreements better, and the the licensors are being a bit more open-minded.
I think the licensors are open-minded. I think it's just they're trying to also navigate this streaming environment as well, because you got to remember most of these Japanese licensors were all about TV before. Now, you got the Netflixes of the world out there that are dominating markets, and you have to sit there and go, well, yeah, this has got to be on Netflix or this has got to be on Crunchyroll. By the way, it blows my mind that Crunchyroll is not like, I don't even think it's number 2. I think it's number 3 for anime. That blows my mind.
Well, yeah,
And
it's a anime only service like
Mhm.
Netflix, Hulu, Max. All those things are going to have people who aren't just anime watchers watching, which means you have a larger audience of people to check out that anime. You got to
Yeah.
already go. I want anime specifically to go to Crunchyroll.
And I think that's maybe why HBO Max and Disney kind of partnered up for that bundle deal, because it just makes sense in that regard of you can share audiences across all three apps. Well, two, because Disney Plus is slowly becoming integrated with Hulu, so it's like,
Yeah, my parents have the Hulu Disney Plus. You can't log into Hulu. You just get the Hulu stuff on Disney Plus.
well, no, you can still get. I log into Hulu all the time too because I'll watch Bleach through there, but you can watch it through Disney Plus as well.
Their login does
Um,
not work on Hulu.
really,
Don't know
that's
why,
weird. Actually, you
but
know what
they
it is probably. I logged in. I didn't logged in. Wow, I did the bundle, the three bundle through through Hulu, so I can log into all
Oh,
three.
that'll do it. They started on Disney first. That's probably why.
Don't worry, Laser. I'll slide you that stuff
Oh
later.
no, I
Okay.
got access to Hulu with Disney. It's fine.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
I just have to use Disney app. That's all.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I just and by the way, Steven, I gotta say this, like, your favorite thing to do this year is it's risen from the dead in every fucking like status. I'm like, I'm sitting here going, Steven, we can stop that now.
Lazarus is over.
Okay, I'll change it to something else then. But I thought
No,
it was a fun thing.
we could just
no,
say
it is
he
a
is
fun
risen.
thing. No, it is a funny thing. It's just funny because like we have what? Like now we're on the fourth new show and you're like, Toonami's risen from the dead. And I'm like, oh god, Jesus Christ.
Once again, man. No, I thought it was cool because I related it to Altered that game Altered Earth. Can't say the word. It's the one on Altered Beast on Sega.
Rise from your grave.
Yeah, and I'm like, risen from the dead, rise from your grave. It's Lazarus themed. We were like gonna talk about it, and so I'm like, okay, I'll just leave it as that instead of changing it to some other thing, which I'll change it from now on to maybe something different. But usually I just keep that as like I watch a lot of Twitch streams, and so when they pop up, it's usually the same thing. Hey, they're on. It's something stupid like that, and it's like, yeah, let's change it up a little bit, and so I went with that. But I'll think of something else stupid and funny, maybe Dragon Ball related.
It's funny when that happens though. It's just like, oh look, it's risen from the dead again. Um,
I seen a lot of people on social media when they posted Don coming to Adult Swim Toonami, and it's like Toonami's still going, and
oh my
a
god.
lot
Yeah,
of
I've
people,
seen that.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's
What
like,
else is
oh,
new?
yeah, what else is new?
Yeah, what else is new?
You know, you see the comments under it. It's like, just watch it on Crunchyroll. Just watch it on here. It's all up there and everything. It's like not everyone has that time, that money to do that stuff. And I mean,
Some people
this
just
is a
like
good.
watching it on goddamn like a television.
Yeah, I mean that's me. I do kind of like that older way of watching it, and it sets out a time limit, right? You have this much time to watch it. Sure, I can watch it later on because I can do that. I have the ability to do that. Watch it like if I miss it or something, but it sets up that appreciation of a show and given a certain time slot to that show. And sure, maybe I'm old fashioned about that, but you know, there's tons of other people on here except the 1% that are on Twitter talking about how Toonami was dead and just watch it on Crunchyroll. And I'm like, you know what? Sure, there might be
I
times to
mean,
watch something on Crunchyroll, but not all the time.
Kind
I
of
mean, it's been.
wondering if go ahead, Colt. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say. I mean, it's been a bit lackluster, but like them getting Don is like. I mean, no. I mean, even I would argue like what I call it dead now, probably not. Like it was dead before we got like Daima, and it was like, okay, what are we doing here? And then it's like boom, boom, boom. And I'm sitting there going like, okay.
Apparently, they had money.
Yeah, listen. I could be right. They could have gotten the budget. I'm just saying, but
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them if they got the budget. My question at that point is just like,
in April.
I mean, depending on how you view it, that's when the fiscal year restarts. It's like March,
but
April.
Here's the good thing that we know. Like Rooster Fighter's coming, and it's actually going to be in the beginning of the year, so maybe we don't have to worry about this shit anymore. But the one thing in
spring,
and I'm not gonna like overextend this because it's getting late and I might pass out here in the middle of talking. But I don't know. Podcasting gives me a lot of energy. It's just for me, like, and I would love to do another State of Toonami and kind of talk in more depth, but it's funny to me because like we go through. I feel like we go like at least sometime in the middle, either at the beginning, the middle, or the end of the year. We go through this like, okay, is Toonami gonna die? Is it gonna stop? And they always seem to come back and surprise. And
something I noticed was that within the last recent years, depending on how you look at it, there is a 4 to 6 month gap between shows at times. If you're assuming just acquisitions, and usually the way it's been is it's like we'll have one acquisition at the beginning of the year. The summer months are the originals, and then at the end of the year, maybe we get one more show. But this year was completely different because it was here's Bleach or the announcement of Bleach. We had that big like 4 month gap, and then just boom, 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 and it's like, what the hell? What happened?
Yeah, I mean, and
Toonami happened.
With the exception of what's going on in these last couple months, like holy shit, like it's like boom, 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 boom. It's like whoa, okay, dude, like I get it. All right, you're still around. We got it. I'm fine. Don't worry. You've proven your point, guys. We get
My
you.
demise was greatly exaggerated.
So
I was merely bedridden with a cold.
But
for 6 months.
Like I'm very happy.
It was
with
a
where
very
we're
bad
going.
cold.
I'm very happy with where we're
It was
going.
the COVID.
It was the COVID.
I would like. I
It
would
was
like
the
to
COVID.
see-
Guys, let Paul talk.
I'm gonna COVID you, all right. Anyways, I guess in closing, like I'm just kind of excited to see what else Toonami is gonna like just throw at us this year. That's gonna be coming in the next couple months or whatever. Because I mean,
Give
Rooster
us
Fighter's not gonna-
Mashal.
Well,
Please,
there's
I want
Mashal.
to see a Mashal.
Okay,
Mashal
we
season two of
absolutely need to
Mashal
get
is so
Mashal before
good.
Dawn to Dawn ends so that we can have 2 Creepy Nuts openings at the same time.
Yes. Oh
Yes.
yes.
Yes. I've
and
seen
then-
season 2, and that's going to be a great
Well,
opening.
I mean, we got the. I mean, if they're gonna be getting all this stuff, I mean, maybe Fire Force, maybe Doctor Strange.
You mean Dr. Stone?
Doctor Strange. Why do I keep saying that? Wow, it
Give me
is that.
Doctor
I'm just
Strange.
waiting-
All right, MCU entry coming in.
Dr.
We're
Stone.
going live action.
Hey, you know,
I'm
a Doctor
actually
Strange movie did air on Tonight.
That is true.
It's an animated one.
Yeah,
So-
I actually own that.
So yeah, so I'm interested to see what else we're gonna get. I feel like we still got a couple more shows that they're gonna be doing it based on how they're dropping them.
I have a question because like the moment with Dawn to Dawn, I'm just like, okay, it feels very much a front loaded year.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm kind
it's
of
not
worried.
a front loaded year. It's like
It's a mid-loaded year.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine, sure, yeah, mid loaded, regardless, like pre summer, like early, yeah, whatever. It like that's what I'm curious about because it's like, okay, did we really just do that and we're gonna have nothing the rest of the year? Or are we still gonna get like one thing maybe in like October?
Could thin out in fall. I mean, Daima's gonna last basically till November. If there's 26 episodes of Bleach they can air, then that's gonna get them to the end of the year.
It depends
Blue
on how much they got.
Exorcist could
There's
continue.
there's 3 cores of it right now, so potentially it could go for a while. Depending
I
on how
don't
much
think they
they've
got-
licensed.
I don't
And-
think they got all 3.
That's what I was
I
also
don't think
curious
they're
about
leaving.
too.
think
I was thinking they got 1 or 2 of Bleach, and hopefully we get like Fire Force and Mashal sometime later.
Man, if they only got 1 encore of Bleach and they only got this season of Blue Exorcist,
Oh, I would absolutely have words. I would absolutely have words about that. Like Bleach, I could understand if they at least made the announcement of like, hey, this is what we could license. Things will come later. But like Blue Exorcist would make no sense why they wouldn't have gotten the whole thing so far. It's like, bro.
Oh well, some of those are pretty new.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would get all of them, but they definitely could probably at least get Illuminati.
Yeah,
I was gonna say like I was expecting at the minimum like 2 to 3, like 2 and 3.
Or swap out to Mashal for a bit.
Yeah.
I mean that works
Blue
too.
Exorcist. There's options. I just until proven otherwise, I do not expect Fire Force, Dr. Stone, or My Hero Academia because of Crunchyroll.
I think My Hero's not going to come until after. I for some weird reason I feel like My Hero Academia is going to. It's either wait till it ends or we're going to do what we did with I forget how early we were with the Attack on Titan endings. The final season parts 1 through 4, whatever the fuck that was called.
I mean, Titan was always like it was usually a very quick turnaround for Titan until the very end movies when they delayed for several months for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious if they're gonna do with some of them. Because like I could see MHA being that way where it's like they're delayed for like one reason or another, and then we just get it all in like one giant complete set.
But the difference here being when they delayed the dub with Titan, they still had to premiere it on Toonami. So
yeah, because the way
that was just a tug of war between Crunchyroll and Adult Swim about, hey, can't play this until we.
Well, it goes to show you that Sony's money goes a long way sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, for sure.
And that's part of the problem, though. I will say, I think them trying to keep everything exclusive is hurting them, because I just feel like them having pretty much let's just say 80% of the anime out there, 70 to 80%, I think is a good number, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
If we're talking new anime.
Yeah, so let's say 70 to 80% of the market, and they're probably number 3 anime streamer in the US. That goes to show you that maybe they're not doing this correctly.
Well, you have to understand the number 1 and number 2
doing
has
well for their niche.
Yeah, and also you have to remember the number 1 and number 2 has Crunchyroll shows on them. Hulu and Netflix have Crunchyroll properties.
Well, right, but that's because the licensors are smart now and they're going, no, you need to put insert show on more places because you're not doing the business, and they're putting their foot down.
It's never not been this way, though. That's not a new thing.
I don't think it was necessarily pressure from the Japanese companies to do that. It was just, hey, we can get more money from other companies if we,
Well, Netflix and Hulu they're different markets.
More and more is the case where the Japanese companies are the ones bringing the shows over. I believe that is the case with Dawn to Dawn. Though G-Kids is involved, MBS is really holding the reins, I think. So
that may well be true.
Adult Swim probably talked to MBS as opposed to G-Kids. So, either way, new partnership unlocked, and that is a good thing for Toonami.
That is a good thing. But what I was trying to say, Laser, is like, to what you're saying, yes, definitely with the sub version of all these anime. Yeah, that's
oh
been
no, dude, not just sub. The dub stuff's been on Hulu and Netflix for years, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it usually takes like
not really.
Anime.
In fact, for something
it takes a couple of months now.
Couple of months.
On the show.
Yeah, that's more.
Like they
accurate.
got Spy Family up on Hulu really fast.
Yes, they did. In some cases, at the same time. It just depends on what it is.
Yeah. It differs from license to license. As most things do.
But that's the thing. Like it just makes me think that like maybe if they
Yes. Crunchyroll should do more business. We get it.
Oh,
Yes,
well,
Paul. Yes, they should.
but and also
But they
maybe
do
they
not
shouldn't treat
care.
their. I was gonna say maybe they shouldn't be treating their people like shit either, and that would probably.
Well,
make
that's
sense.
also true.
Yeah.
There's a
So-
reason we call them the evil empire.
And it's not just because of holding shows hostage.
No.
Well, that's Sony
Not
too.
even
It's-
a little bit. We care about the real issues, like not paying their staff,
Not delivering mail.
not delivering mail, like
not paying their voice actors correctly, and
no,
yeah.
it's-
Oh yeah, the list is long.
Yes. So I think all of that is that. I guess that's where I was going with. Is I think all of it is hurting, and maybe they need to figure out a better
Yeah,
way to do things. By the way, maybe you should partner back with Adult Swim again and do what you were supposed to be doing, dumbasses.
They need some management change
Shenmue Season
over at
2.
Crunchyroll.
They
Just saying.
really do.
Especially their marketing guy. Why is he not even fired yet?
That is a very good question.
Mr. Oh, we shouldn't promote Dawn to Dawn because it's not exclusive. Yeah, well, Netflix just ate your lunch.
Yep.
It's funny, everybody. Like, a lot of people thought that Dawn to Dawn was a Netflix show. Just because it was heavily promoted with that article about lots of people watching anime on Netflix. It's like, no, it's not. It's an open license. It's on Hulu. It's on Netflix. It's on Crunchyroll. Frankly, I'm surprised it's not on Amazon. Maybe
mean-
it'll get there someday.
I mean, look what they did with Daima. Like,
Yeah,
at least
exactly.
with
It's
the dub.
It's on all those things.
Well,
Like
Daima's dub
dub.
is actually Crunchyroll
Dub is
exclusive.
it's exclusive to Crunchyroll and
No.
Toonami.
Yeah.
Well, wait, because what I was saying is they did a terrible job of promoting the dub of Daima, and
They did a terrible job of promoting Daima, period.
Again,
don't
because
think-
it wasn't exclusive.
I don't
So
think
they
even
put the
Toei
mark-
didn't promote it.
They put most. Now, Toei did promote Daima.
yeah,
Not
Toei did
very
a really
well.
good job. They did a better job than Crunchyroll.
What more could they have done? I mean, they made social media posts. They
Yep.
made they made commercials that ran on streaming things. You know,
Look, I don't know who was promoting the sub of
I didn't see
Daima,
literally
whether it
any
was-
of that, so the fact that they did that is actually a surprise to me.
Yeah, well, here's the
Literally
thing, I
didn't
don't
see
know-
any of that, and I know I'm
I don't
not
know
alone
who it
there.
is. I don't know who it was. I don't think it was Crunchyroll, but somebody was promoting Daima to the point of where people were watching. So, but then when the dub came out, there was nothing on social media. So it's like, you would think that you would do what
just a little
This-
bit at the start. and then-
Yeah, they
Yeah.
also did not promote the dub at all. They also released the dub at a snail pace for no good reason.
No, which again is one of those things where it just blows my mind. Like, that had to have been
Massive fumble.
Toonami. It was some fumble was in there. It was something, and by the way, you could have done the simple thing like what Toonami does every week and small little promo for the next episode. It's not that hard. That's why Toonami's better than you. Okay, Crunchyroll, now go to your corner.
I think we understand the reason why other companies don't do that because it requires a lot of approvals that
Yeah.
these other companies have so many shows that they're promoting that they just
And it
can't
eats into
deal
ad
with all
time,
that.
which means ads make money, and they want more money.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
that definitely explains why we don't see any music videos. We don't see very many criminal threats now.
It's usually
Um,
once a year. It's usually once a
Yep.
year we get criminal
Oh, that
threats, and
has
if we're
more,
lucky,
that has a lot
Maybe that's
more
not
to
even-
do with all of the downsizing going on.
Well,
Yeah.
that
over
too,
in
but-
Atlanta, I would think. Though all the same
I mean,
Toonami people are still there for the most part, they probably have a lot more hats that they're juggling.
yeah, still don't like it.
No.
No.
that Adult Swim remains a fairly exploitive company.
But it's I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. Who knows
No,
about
they'll stay
who
up
knows
here.
about who knows what's going to happen to Cartoon Network if it's going to
Don't even
stay,
get me
but whatever.
started on that.
No, we're not going to get started on that, but
Yeah, we're already like 5 rabbit holes deep at this point.
Very.
But we like rabbit holes. We like rabbit holes, Laser.
So, Paul, are you excited to watch Dawn to Dawn?
Yeah, I want to see if he gets laid. What? What?
Well, there are a great many individuals interested in his banana organs.
Why do you think I like? Why do you think I liked Parasite so much? I actually, when he got laid for the first time, I kind of teared up a little.
You know what?
Yes.
There are
Thank
some
you.
interesting comparisons.
There
to
are
Parasite
some
you could
comparisons
make.
to be made between Parasite, yes.
Like thank you, my
It's,
man Shinichi. Yeah. I'm sorry, but
Has
that-
Paul
that
turned
was
into Darrell?
He might have.
Darrell is corrupted me over
somebody.
there.
Nature abhors a vacuum.
Ooh.
Someone's got to fill it.
True.
what she said.
That is true. And that is what she said.
That is what she said. And perhaps that's all she wrote. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting they got Dawn to Dawn. It's a great show.
And by the way, if we're gonna let me just finish this out by dropping one more catchphrase. If he does get laid, he might need a rag for that.
Get the crane. Get the crane. So, I think that'll do it for this podcast. Yeah. So, if you have any thoughts on Bleach, Daima, Blue Exorcist, Dawn to Dawn, One Piece, anything going on Toonami, you can email us at podcast@toonamifaithful.com. You can follow us on facebook.com/Toonami Podcast and on Twitter @Toonami Podcast. You can listen to the podcast on just about everything, including Apple Podcast, Castbox, Deezer, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Overcast, Podbay, Podbean, Podcast Addict, Radio.com, Spotify, and the TuneIn app. You can find every episode of the podcast to stream online at the same place they found the encrypted clinical trials on Lazarus. That's right, soundcloud.com/Toonami Faithful Podcast. And you can get the latest news by following @ToonamiFaithful.com on Blue Sky and @Toonami News on Twitter. And read the news, views, and reviews on ToonamiFaithful.com. Colt, tell the folks where they can find you.
They can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Ambient Virus. I also have a Twitch at twitch.tv/LifeVirus, though I haven't been doing much in terms of Mario Odyssey for the last 2 weeks due to various happenstances going on. And hopefully I will get back to that soon.
Right. Steven, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me live tweeting with Brittany, our social media specialist, on Toonami News. We do that every Saturday. Otherwise, if you really do want to follow me and listen to all my stuff about Kamen Rider and Yu-Gi-Oh, you can follow me at MXigos. I'm on every platform out there. Most of the time it's updated. Most of the time it's not.
All right. Laser, tell the folks where they can find you.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at LaserKidPrime. You can find me on Blue Sky at LaserKid, when I remember I have a Blue Sky. And you can find me on my podcast, The Simuldub Saints, where we talk about simuldub anime, which is why I know way too damn much about Crunchyroll. We actually had sketch run recently for 2 fun episodes, one talking about Gundam G-Quux, and another talking about the upcoming stuff. Those are both for the simulcast season, so those are both out now. Check us out.
Yeah, and now we know that Secrets of the Silent Witch is getting a dub.
Yes, we did not know that at the time of recording that, alas.
Yeah, interestingly, from Pixel Logic, they seem to be a somewhat prevalent studio recently,
They
based out of
do.
Los Angeles, I think. I was not expecting Crunchyroll to throw something their way. I do wonder if maybe the Japanese licensor has made that decision.
Could be. All I know is suddenly 3 episodes dubbed. I'm like, oh, hello.
Yes, it's a good show.
I need to watch it. I'm going to be watching almost all of my stuff with my watch crew tomorrow.
Aha. Alrighty. Paul, tell the folks where they can find you.
Running movies at 2:00 in the morning, and then crying because I'm there till 2:00. No.
I bet you're having a super fantastic month.
If I see another F1 car, I swear to God, I might shoot it.
Oh no.
Anyways, so you can find me on X, Blue Sky. Just search for Paul Pascrillo. I am there. You can email me as always, paulpascrillo@toonamifaithful.com. And yeah, I plan to be doing more once the drive-in slows down after August. So you will definitely see me or hear me more, I should say, not see me. Also one other thing too, well, two things. Number one, make sure you do subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/Toonami Faithful channel. Our podcast is actually up on there. It pretty much, once we put it up, it pretty much is there within, I want to say, an hour, maybe less. So all the interviews, all the podcast episodes, if they don't get destroyed by YouTube's wonderful system, um will be up there. So if you guys want to listen to it there, you can. But also subscribe to our channel there, because I'm starting to put up that Toonami is posting. Recently I put up the Dragon Ball Daima one, a couple weeks back when it was announced and the promo went up, and that just blew up out of nowhere with no promotion whatsoever, speaking of that. So, it's, make sure you guys subscribe to us there and watch all of our old stuff, including our video interviews. And, maybe we'll be able to do some more of that in the future. And then also, I was just going to say, before I say something to Sketch and get us out of here, hopefully me and Sketch will do something with our Patreon. So look for some changes coming towards the end of the year with our, hopefully, good changes. So yeah. And Sketch, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Sketch1984, also on Blue Sky at Sketch1984.
Well, wait. Where can we do this week?
This week, assuming I get this podcast out in time before I leave, or at least get it edited soon enough so I can post it sometime this week, I will be at San Diego Comic-Con, the big one.
Ooh.
Finally doing it. Going down to San Diego for Comic-Con.
I did that 23 years ago. What's the time?
There will be some Adult Swim events going on. Not too much that we know of that involves Toonami. They'll show something from Rooster Fighter on Saturday when they do their Night of New. Maybe there'll be some other stuff. But there is going to be a 30th anniversary Gundam Wing panel, which includes the voice actors Mark Hildreth, Brad Swaley, and Scott freaking McNeil.
The man, the myth, the legend. Fantastic.
And I've never met any of those guys, so I am hype for that.
Ooh.
And
I am jealous.
Paul, in particular, is very excited to know that the Tremblay brothers will be present to say something about SWAT cats.
They're being so vague about that. Holy shit.
You gotta keep me up to date on whatever it is. I definitely want to know.
So I don't think they said
I wanna
anything
know.
at the last con that they were just at, which was weird because I'm like,
Well, I mean, you
saving
really
it.
want to
It's-
drop big news at Anime Matsuri?
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, there was a company in India that licensed everything SWAT cats apparently. So it's like, what's going on? Are you just doing a comic, or is there really that like?
Mhm.
So it should be interesting to see what happens with that. I'm really hoping that finally they get to put that TV show they want to put up out in the world. So we'll see. We will see. Let's cross our fingers.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully something. Not that SWAT Cats has ever been on Toonami, but it should have been. Still,
Damn
I do
straight.
not understand. In all those years of Cartoon Network Toonami, it would have been perfectly good to throw on for a couple of months, just to spice things up. Because,
Mhm.
I mean, there were long periods where they played the same shows non-stop. Well, to their credit, it definitely made those shows popular. Definitely. Gave a whole nother life to shows like Thundercats and Voltron. So, it worked. Didn't seem to endear people too much to the real adventures of Johnny Quest, however.
Sadly. Poor Johnny.
It's a shame. It's a good show, which you can watch on MeTV Tunes,
Ooh.
which is nice because, the can't get all of it on DVD anymore.
You used to be able to, but they put stuff out of print.
I have one episode, I think the first episode of that on the DVD that I got from a cereal box.
Ha!
From a
That's
cereal
amazing.
box. Oh, wasn't there
Uh,
like some kind of Quest World CD that came in a cereal box at some point?
I
There
remember
was, yeah.
that.
Is it that?
No,
Is that the
it's an
thing?
actual full episode of The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. I have it. I got the cereal. I don't know which brand it was. I think it was like General Mills, something like that. I don't know. One of them. But I got it inside. It wasn't even like a DVD like case or anything. It was in a cardboard sleeve with a blue cardboard sleeve with half of it cut out so the CD
Yeah.
would come out.
Of
And then
course.
it had the the poster or a mini version of that poster like right on the cover of that like sleeve, and it was like
I have
that's
stuff
it.
like that from Shonen Jump for Hikaru no Go and Prince of Tennis.
Oh
One
yeah,
episode
I had
each.
that too. Yeah, it came from Shonen Jump.
And that DVD still works.
Yep. Oh yeah. They'll last unless they're made by certain pressers.
The DVD rot is real.
Oh yes.
And unfortunately, some Warner Brothers home media releases do have the rot problem.
Yep. Rip your
There's
media while you still can, folks.
There's probably some Warner Brothers cartoon box sets I have that are rotting as we speak, and I had no idea.
Rip them while you can, Sketch.
I guess. Well, yeah. So I'll be at San Diego Comic-Con. I know you probably don't know what I look like, but I'll be around. Especially
I know
around
what
the
you
Adult Swim
look
stuff.
like.
Yeah, you do.
And so do I. Why do
Yeah,
I
I'd
feel
love
like we
to-
should use that?
Love to bump into some listeners if they're out there.
I know the guy from speaking of SWAT cats, I know the guy that runs that one SWAT cats website. Well, probably the only fan website out there that's I think he actually did the panel at the last con there. He'll probably be around too, so you might know.
Wow. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we have belabored long enough. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Toonami Faithful Podcast, whether you listen to the live stream or you caught the podcast after the fact. Hopefully, I managed to get it out before San Diego Comic-Con, but if not, well, I tried. It's a lot to do in my day of preparation.
An effort was made.
Effort was made. That's why we're recording tonight on a Monday instead of Tuesday. My gosh, there's no way it was coming out if I had recorded on Tuesday. And I might not even be on the next episode because I won't be back until sometime next week. So, we'll see. But yeah. If you're at San Diego Comic-Con, say hi. if you can. I don't know. You probably won't know.
Look for the tall dude.
I am tall. 6'2".
I noticed because I'm tall and you are about the same height as me.
But yeah, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the conversation. And until next time, we're blasting off again!
Life is like a hurricane here in Demon World. Sky seeds keep blast aeroplanes. It's a demon blur. Might solve a mystery. Or rewrite GT Daima. Woo!
Rewrite GT. Did you just come up with that right during this recording?
Oh no, I've had this written down ever since you mentioned the Beagle Boys.
I was just saying, but like within the span of the
within the span of the podcast.
It's impressive.
I do my best.
And we have our ending, ladies and gentlemen.